Shalom, family. I'm back for yet another teaching on Behold, I show you a mystery of the signs. We are finally on the sign of Leo. Leo represents the tribe of Judah. We started this journey with Virgo, the Virgin, and we end with Leo, the Lion. No one can doubt that we have solved the riddle in the Sphinx, for his head is Virgo and his body is Leo. In Leo, we reach the end of the revelation as inspired in the word of Elohim. The constellation is depicted as a great lion prancing upon its prey. It is a magnificent view of the lion of the tribe of Judah, so beautifully described in Revelations 5:5. When our Savior came the first time, he came as a lamb of Elohim, which taketh away the sins of the world. John 1:29. But when he comes the second time, he shall come as the Lion of the tribe of Judah, to establish his kingdom upon the earth. His feet are over the head of Hydra, the great serpent, and just about to descend upon it and crush it. The three decans in Leo complete this final picture. Hydra, the serpent. That old serpent, devil, destroyed. Crater, the cup. The cup of the divine wrath poured out upon him. Corvus, the crow or raven. Birds of prey devouring him, which is the serpent. Leo the lion. Genesis 49:8-10. Judah, thou art he who thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, and he crouched as a lion. And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. And basically in this area, through Judah, it is leading to Yeshua. That's what he was prophesying to him. So a lot of people thought he was prophesying to him about Solomon, but that's not what it was, because we know Solomon fell and Solomon had his own dirt and things that he did wrong. But he was speaking to him past Solomon, past that. When he said that the kingdom shall not depart, he's talking about Yeshua himself. When he says until Shiloh come, Shiloh is a peace area. It is it is known as peace. So who is he? He is the Prince of Peace. So meaning that's who he was talking about was coming back. And he was telling him that nobody's going to be able to defeat him. Not only that, everybody is going to bow at his feet. And that's exactly what they talk about in Revelation. Other names in Leo. Konim, which is Egyptian, is an Egyptian name, meaning who conquers or is conquered, referring to the victory over the serpent. Numbers 24:9. He crouched, he laid down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and cursed is he that curseth thee. Numbers 24:17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheath. All the children of Sheath. Aria, which is Hebrew meaning the lion. Ezekiel 1:10. As for the likeness of their faces, they four have the face of a man, and the face of a lion on the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side, and they four also had the face of an eagle. Ezekiel 41:19. So that the face of a man was toward the palm tree on the one side, and the face of the young lion toward the palm tree on the other side. It was made through all the house round about. Other names in Leo continue. Ariel is Seric, meaning rendering lion. Isaiah 31:4-5. For thou hast Adonai spoken unto me. For thus has Adonai spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him. He will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall Yahuwah Teshiva'at come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will Yahuwah Teshiva'at, meaning Lord of hosts, defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Revelation 4:7. And the first beast was like a lion, and the second beast like a calf, and the third beast had a face as a man, and the fourth beast was like a flying eagle. Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, hath prevailed to open the book, and to loose the 7 seals thereof. Stars in Leo. Regulus, like Regul in Orion, is Hebrew, meaning treading underfoot. Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Psalm 91:3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. Corleones means heart of the lion. Proverbs 30:30-31. A lion which is strongest among beasts, and turneth not away for any. A greyhound, and he goat also, and a king against whom there is no rising up. Stars in Leo continue. Deneb Allah, or Deneb Alised, means the judge who comes quickly. Psalm 50:4. He shall call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Psalm 96:13. Before Adonai, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness, and the people with his truth. Acts 10:42. And he commanded us to preach unto the people, and to testify that it is he which was ordained of Elohim to be the judge of quick and dead. Acts 17:31. Because he hath appointed a day in which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, that in that he hath raised him from the dead. Romans 2:16. In the day when Elohim shall judge the secrets of men by Yahuwah by Yeshua HaMashiach, according to my gospel. Star names in Leo continue. Algebra. Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am Elohim. I shall be exalted among the heathen. I shall be exalted in the earth. Philippians 2:9-11. Therefore Elohim also hath highly exalted him, and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yeshua every knee shall bow, of things in heaven, and things in earth, and things under the earth, and every tongue shall confess that Yeshua HaMashiach is Adonai, to the glory of Elohim the Father. Zosma, also known as Dur, shining forth, or the lion's back. 1 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed among Adonai, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Stars in Leo continue. Minchar al-Asad, which is Arabic meaning the punishing or tearing of the lion. Proverbs 19:12. And the king's wrath is as the roaring of a lion, but his favor is as dew upon the grass. Proverbs 22. The fear of the king is as a roaring lion. Whoso provoketh him to anger sinneth against his own soul. Amos 3:4-8. Will a lion roar in the forest when he hath no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gain is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and Adonai hath not done it? Surely Adonai Elohim will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto the servants of the prophets, unto his servants the prophets. The lion hath roared, who will not fear? Adonai Elohim hath spoken, who will but prophesy? Who can but prophesy? Al-Bafira, or Al-Bafira, was Arabic, the enemy put down. 1 Corinthians 15:24-26. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of Elohim, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he hath put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Deacon. The first deacon in Leo is Hydra, the many-headed serpent. One thing to remember with Hydra is that when one cuts off its head, two grow back in its place. He is the great red dragon known as Satan. It is a huge constellation extending approximately 1/3 the distance around the circle of the heavens, reminding us that Satan's tail drew the third part of the angels of heaven, and he did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. Revelation 12:4. Hydra means he is adorned. It is composed of 60 stars, a multitude of the number 6. Not multitude, sorry. A multiply of the number 6. Or a multiple of the number 6. Hydra. Hydra, crooked serpent, means the abhorred. The Persians called this the serpent of Eve. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Adonai Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Elohim said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Job 26:13-14. By his spirit he hath garnished the heavens. His hand hath formed the crooked serpent. Lo, these are parts of this way, but how little a portion is heard of him. But the thunder of his power, who can understand? 2 Corinthians 11:3. But I fear lest any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds shall be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Mashiach. Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Revelation 22. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Stars in Hydra. Al-Fard, which is Arabic meaning the separated or put out of the way. Isaiah 14:12-15. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down into the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Ezekiel 28:16-19. By the multitudes of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of Elohim, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee into the ground. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic, by the iniquities of thy traffic. Therefore I will bring forth a fire from the midst of thee, It shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee. Did not know these letters were this small. I should have made them bigger. All they that knew thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shalt thou be any more. Whew. Stars and Hydra continue. Menchar al-Asad, the piercing of the deceiver. Isaiah 27:1. In that day Adonai with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, when Leviathan, that crooked serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone. Revelation 20:10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Crater. Crater, the cup of divine wrath poured out upon him. Psalm 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and on horrible tempests. This shall be the portion of their cup. Psalm 75:8. And in the hand of Adonai there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth, shall wring them out and drink them. Revelation 14:10-11. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which was poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Stars in crater. Our chest. The two stars, the base, which is Hebrew, the cup, also on the serpent. John 18:11. Then said Yeshua unto Peter, Put up thy sword into thy sheath. The cup which my Father has given me, shall I not drink it? Revelation 16:19. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nation fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before Elohim, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. Corvus. Corvus is the raven. The corvus, which is seen on the back of Hydra with its claws in the serpent, while at the same time he is plucking at the back of the serpent. Genesis 8:7. And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Other names in Corvus: Ored, which is Hebrew meaning the raven. Proverbs 30:17. The eye that marketh at his father, and despiseth to obey his mother, the ravens of the valley shall pluck it out, and the young eagles shall eat it. The zodiac in the temple of Dodora in Egypt gives it the name Herna, which is Egyptian, meaning the breaking up of the enemy. 1 Samuel 17:46. This day will Adonai deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcass of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a Adonai, that there is an Elohim in Israel. This is basically what David said to Goliath. Revelation 19:17-18. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great Elohim, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all the men, both free and bond, both small and great. Stars in Corvus. Al-Chibar, meaning joining together. Isaiah 50:8-11. He is near that justifieth me. Who will contend with me? Let us stand together. Who is mine adversary? Let him come near to me. Behold, Adonai Elohim will help me. Who is he that shall condemn me? Lo, they all shall wax old as a garment. The moth shall eat them up. Who is among you that feareth Adonai, that obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and have no light? Let him trust in the name of Adonai and stay upon his Elohim. Behold, all ye that kindled a fire, that compass yourselves about with sparks, walk in the light of your fire, and in the sparks that ye have kindled. This shall ye have of mine hand. Ye shall lie down in sorrow. Shahiba, which is Hebrew meaning the accused. Matthew 25:41. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Al-Chiba, the curse inflicted. Galatians 1:8. But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. Galatians 3:13. Mashiach has rendered us from the curse. Mashiach has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. For it is written, Cursed is every one that hangeth on a tree. Stars in Corvus continue. Al-Gored, which is Arabic meaning the raven. Jeremiah 15:3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Adonai, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth, to devour and destroy. Luke 17:37. And they answered and said unto him, Where? Adonai. And he said unto them, Wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered together. Menchir al-Gored, the raven tearing to pieces. Matthew 24:28. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the angels be gathered together. Psalm 50:22. Now consider this, ye that forget Elohim, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. A summary of all the things that we have learned. Number 1, the seed of the woman shall come, which is Methuselah. Number 2, there shall be a price paid by him for a purchased possession, which is Mozanim. Number 3, the price shall be a conflict with the serpent foe, and a wound in the conqueror's heel, which is pronounced Al-Kerba. He shall be sent forth swiftly, surely, as an arrow from a bow, which is known as he saith. He shall be slain as a sacrifice, which is Jedi. He shall rise again and pour blessings on his people, which is Deli. His people shall be multiplied. His people shall be multitudes and held in union with each other, which is known as DECANS. He who was slain, whose heel was bruised, shall rule and shall tread his enemy underfoot, which is also known as Tele. Summary continues. He shall come in power, triumphant, and have dominion, which is known as Shur. He shall be the son of Elohim and the son of man, the victim and the ruler, which is pronounced the Amid. He shall hold fast his possessions, the reward of his work, which is pronounced Chloria. He shall finally put all enemies under his feet, coming with 10,000 of his saints to execute judgment upon all, separating the evil from the good, which is known as Aria. And that was the last sign that we learned in Leo. Conclusion. After going through each section of Behold, I show you a mystery of the signs, we find the hidden message in the stars that Elohim has declared to all the world, and we find this in Psalm 19, 1-7. The heavens declare the glory of Elohim, and the firmaments showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends, into the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of Adonai is perfect, perverting the soul. The testimony of Adonai is sure, making wise the simple. Elohim hung these signs or banners in the heavens to tell the plan of redemption through Yeshua, which is Christ. Yeshua HaMashiach, which is Christ. The prophetic word of Elohim and the zodiac tells the same story. Each day we draw strength in knowing that our redemption draws near. The end. Be blessed. Shalom, family.